Hi, welcome to We Are Cosmic Nature, the podcast. My name is Kelsey, and this episode is dedicated to the new moon in Pisces on February 20th, 2023. And the last moon episode would have been the full moon in Leo. Excuse me. And I remember feeling like there was some mystery to it. And I believe that was because at the time Venus was making a strong aspect while it's moving through Pisces to some other planets. I can't even remember for sure the chart of that moon, and we're going to focus on this moon. But this Pisces energy, I just want to touch on for a moment because new moon in Pisces just after the sun moved into Pisces. So we're at 1 degree. We're in the fresh energy of Pisces in terms of the sun and the moon coming into this energy, which is, all of the planets moving through all of the signs is important, but the sun and the moon that's like who we are, right? The sun is our life force energy, and the moon is our internal emotional experience. And it's really important to know where they are because, and in relationship to your chart, I say it all the time because uh your energy is going to be affected depending on where all of the planets are, absolutely, but certainly when it comes to life force energy, like that's literally your energy and then your emotions, so that affects a lot. So Venus has a strong aspect in this moon as well. So the sun and the moon come together at 1 degree of Pisces. At the time, Mercury is applying, so it's heading towards an exact square with Uranus. So that feels a little uncomfortable, maybe some uncomfortable conversations or breakthroughs in your mindsets and your thoughts, which is great. But yeah, that can be, unsettling. The thing about Uranus is it's like shocking change. And then Venus at its final moments in Pisces. So it's been there for a couple of weeks. And where Venus is, it's making a exact aspect, and that's a sextile to Pluto in Capricorn at its final degrees. So I wrote a couple notes here, but Pluto is adding emphasis, importance, and power to this Pisces energy. And a couple of things that came through for me, and then I always pull a tarot card to see how can I get deeper into this. But when I first look at the chart, I'm like, okay, so that's like the main thing. Like, yeah, okay, sun and moon coming together at Pisces for sure. But like Pluto just sort of pressing on Venus is like, and when I think about Venus and Pisces, something in this feels like we are to ask for help, ask for assistance, or guidance, or just remember that we have that connection with source energy, the universe, your guides, whatever it is. Because Pisces is about this divine oneness and connection to all things. Venus is really about giving and receiving energy. So, something like a thank you note could be really nice to send to your cosmic team, or this like grander energy that is connected with you at all times. So just acknowledging that, number one, at this new moon in Pisces, because sun and moon are at the 1st degree, Venus is at the last degree. So this is like you, but it's also like your connection to source energy and how you are giving and receiving energy. And the other thing about Pisces is this can rule unconditional love and compassion and forgiveness and release and letting go. So it's like, it's kind of the highest expression of almost like heart-centered soul energy. So what are you giving your energy to? Where is your energy? Where do you feel like, where do you have energy leaks? Like, where do you feel that you might be giving too much or you're not receiving? Some of us are blocking ourselves from receiving what it is we really dream of. That's the other thing that Pisces rules, is dreams. So there's some sort of like, I don't want to say lesson, but just acknowledgement, I think, that you're not alone in this world ever, and sometimes that's really hard to even grasp. Like if you've ever had moments where you're like, I feel so alone in the universe, like, and you kind of crawl yourself into like a dark abyss, which can actually be Pisces energy at times, but because we've got Venus here, that's a really harmonious energy. Venus wants to balance and smooth everything out. So yeah, maybe just taking, because new moon is really about like setting a new tone. So, and especially the fact that it's at 1 degree, like really setting a new tone as to how you want to work with Pisces energy. Especially because Saturn will be moving into Pisces in a couple of weeks. So, which essentially will just mean we're going to learn more about Pisces energy over the next 3 years as a collective. And I have a workshop on that, by the way, that was recorded. So you can purchase that workshop. It's very accessible at $22. So I'll make sure that that is on the website. And if for whatever reason it's not linked below or on my website, just send me a message. Because learning about Pisces energy is, and over the next 3 years, really important when we're working with Saturn. But staying on track here, setting a new tone for how you want to work with Pisces energy, and you know, if you've ever felt lost or confused or like just overwhelmed, that can be Pisces energy. Like anything that makes you feel just in this abyss, this mystery, this like nothing, like just sort of helpless and hopeless. I would use this new moon to just check in. Like even the fact that you're listening to this podcast is you checking in, but acknowledging the fact that you're never alone, finding ways to feel connected to your infiniteness. So even just entertaining the thought, if you've ever like, you know, if all of this sounds like super woo and annoying, it's like just entertain it, just be curious, like having that open mind. And especially because like where Mercury and Uranus is too, I think we are sort of breaking through this like boundary of the mind when it comes to like what we believe in and perceive. So and really witness and experience in life. So I think it's like if you are, yeah, just like you don't have faith. Like faith doesn't mean like, you know, you can believe, this isn't like faith in the religious sense, but you can whatever you want to do, like if that's your jam. But I just mean like just having trust in the universe and acknowledging it and acknowledging that you can receive support and it is always available to you. And we just have to practice focusing our mind in that way. Like literally that's all it is. That Mercury's coming in here because it's like it really is about, you know, I had a moment this morning in my own meditation practice. So this could be a really good time to pick up a meditation practice. 100%. Pluto is, oh my God, there's so much here. Okay, so Pluto is like Pluto's in Capricorn, and that rules commitment and consistency and discipline. And Pluto is like putting this emphasis on like, yo, like receive from this Pisces energy, like receive, like create a practice, create a routine, and really apply yourself and to focus your energy, your mind, and your power in the present moment. So what came through to me in my meditation this morning was like, this is all just bad habits of thought. Like if I have thoughts like negative thoughts or just I'm like ruminating and like feeling a victim and feeling overwhelmed, like it's not to say that I'm not wrong in feeling that or I shouldn't be feeling that way or thinking that way. But at the end of the day, like if you have bad physical habits, like maybe you and not not trying to like throw shame here, like it's not bad, but like for whatever reason, if you're like uh you know, always going for the candy at the end of the night and you know that you shouldn't because your body is telling you no, but you just kind of mindlessly do it anyway, like that's a habit. And if it's a habit that doesn't make you feel good, that quote unquote bad habit, right? So when I have mental habits that are like, ugh, this, that, and the other thing, I'm just complaining and like wishing it was different, but not even focusing on the solution, like that's just a bad habit that I got to kick, you know? So I think that if you've ever had, you know, mindsets or just feeling lost, like, because Pisces is really about, it's a water sign, so it's kind of emotional. It's also very energetic, like, it's very about, like, your aura, but, your physical habits, your mental habits, like, this will affect your energy habits and how you emanate, how your frequency is emanating and radiating. So if you wanna clear your energy and clear your aura, maybe you wanna choose some high quality things to ingest and consume and drink and put on your body and think. How do you wanna think that's, like, actually giving your energy momentum to feel bright and magnetic and abundant, etcetera, etcetera. Um so there's a lot here, and I think we can set some really great intentions around focusing our energy and clearing our energy, because Pisces can really be cleansing, clearing, letting go energy. Um, it is a new moon. That's kind of new energy we're bringing in, but we're bringing in good energy, habits, focus, um, and yeah, mindsets and intentions that we want to feel clean and clear and bright and connected and loved and guided. Um, the other note that came through when I was playing with the tarot, so I pulled the Seven of Cups here. So beautiful, because this energy is about having a dream and having a vision, but putting in the plan to make it happen. And that's very Pluto on Venus right here. So Pisces can be dreams and visions, and it can be manifestations. But how are we going to make a plan to make that happen? Because Pluto is in Capricorn, and that is structure and discipline. So I think that this beautiful tarot card pull was just a reminder, like, okay, we can dream, but pick something, focus on it, and start to move toward it by making a plan. I needed to hear this message so much today on the day of this recording. So beautiful. I'm like so happy that it came, but it's clearly a theme through this Pisces energy that we're experiencing right now. So definitely at the new moon in Pisces, if you've been dreaming and visualizing, like, this is a powerful new moon. So not that they're ever really not powerful, but like just with this Pluto energy too, like Pluto's power, um really picking something and making a plan. And I'm so grateful for my partner, because this seems to be a theme in my life. I have these visions and goals and dreams for the future, and I'm just feeling um like, can I do it? Can I, what's going to happen when I make changes and all this stuff? And I was like, honestly, I would really like your support. Like, I would really like your belief in me. And he's like, I think what will help me is if you define what it is that you want me to um believe in, essentially, because I have this like vision, but it's not quite structured. And thank goodness for him, because he's like Virgo, Cap, Virgo, like Libra, Virgo. Like, he's like very earthy. So he thinks this way, and this is just his gift. He's like able to, like build. He's literally an engineer, so he like builds things, and I'm just so appreciative that he reflected that back to me. I'm like, okay, I guess I see that I'm just sort of dreaming and floating, but I'm not really creating a plan for myself. And this has been coming up, and I'm like, I don't know how to plan. I'm like so creative and flowy. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just trusting my heart here. And that's so good. But we got to balance out some of the earthly delights. So I hope this message is resonant and supportive. Happy new moon in Pisces. Please feel free to, send me a message if this was helpful, or send it to a friend. And I'm just so happy that we're in this energy together. We're navigating this together, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much.